Hello and welcome to my class. This class is the subject of this class is extra extra. This is my practical class for Seminario de Fin de Carrera. Hello, my name is Diana Rendon and this class is aimed at students of first baccalaureate, estudiantes de primero de bachillerato. Hello everyone and welcome. Today's topic, as I said, is extra extra. Dear students, we are going to start with anticipatory set. We're going to start with an icebreaker activity. This activity will allow you to focus a little bit and understand what the class will be about. You might have an idea of what the class will be about due to the topic, extra, extra. But let's engage first with the anticipatory set, with the icebreaker activity, and then we'll make a few predictions and I will tell you what the class is about and the objectives of the class. Okay, let's start with this first warm-up activity. Allow me to share my screen, share with sound. Okay, for this first activity, what we are going to do, we are going to we're going to read this brief news article. The skill that I want to develop for this class is listening. But since this is a warm-up activity, we're going to start by reading this brief article, and then the next activities will involve listening, watching videos, and most importantly, listening and trying to comprehend what we are listening to. Okay, so this article is from the February 5th in 2021. And the Smithsonian's National Zoo giant pandas and other animals enjoy the snow. Okay, this is a short and fun article. As you can see, this is about cute animals, cute pandas. And let's read a little bit, just the first sentences, and then I'll give you some time to read the rest. This week's severe winter storm, which dumped record amount of snow in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, had most residents scrambling for the safety of warmth of their homes. However, the animals at the Smithsonian National Zoo were not going to let the Washington, D.C.'s first significant snowfall in 2 years go to waste. Okay, as you can see, the vocabulary here is not too difficult. There are a few words that are difficult to understand, but you can understand them through context. And if we are in a computer, you can quickly Google search the word or use a dictionary. I would recommend that you students better try to understand the word through context, reading the first part of the sentence and then the next part, trying to understand what is the meaning of that unknown word. Okay, for the students that are not here that are watching this as a video, you pause the video here and you read the rest of the article. For the students that are here present, I'm going to give you some time to read the rest of the article. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to read the rest of the article and see what you think about it. Okay. Um, for the brevity of my video, we will assume that I gave the students a few minutes to read the article. And if you are watching the video, please pause the video and watch the article. I will link the video but in the description below. This will be uploaded to YouTube. Okay. Okay, like I said before, the patterns of communication are very simple. The vocabulary is not anything too difficult, and we have a beautiful eye-catching images and cute animals to engage the students in the class. As you can see here, um, from this video of the Guardian, we have a cute panda playing in the snow. This is a cute fun activity to start the class, and I hope you all enjoy that. Okay. um, you can pause my video here and keep watching this video, and as you can see, there are three more, not only of giant pandas but also these cute guys which are red pandas. This all happened in the Smithsonian National Zoo. Each one of these animals is playing in the snow. Okay, now that we have a little fun watching this, let's try to develop our listening skills with another video. This is from the CBS Los Angeles, and it is about the pandas as well. But we are going to have just a little bit of audio. It's a couple sentences. It's not a lot for you to start listening to news reporters and news broadcasts. Allow me to stop sharing my screen, and let's make sure I am sharing with audio. Okay, I'm sharing with audio. And now let's engage listening to this video.
Cold weather is sweeping the East Coast, and it's making for some winter fun. Check out Mei Xiang at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. She was caught rolling and flipping.
Okay, I am muting this for copyright, but for the students in their homes that are watching this, they can simply play and listening to the whole thing. Or if you are watching this through the video after the class was developed, you can pause my video here and keep watching this. Now, let's say that some of you are having trouble understanding what is being said in this video. As you can see, news reporters, since they are native speakers, they can use words that are a bit complicated from a vocabulary perspective. What you can do is go here and activate the closed captions, and let's see how this goes.
Cold weather is sweeping the East Coast, and it's making for some winter fun. Check out Mei Xiang at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. She was caught rolling and flipping through the snow-covered leaves over the weekend. The National Zoo says giant pandas are native to the cold climate of the western Chinese mountains.
Okay, it took a while in my computer, but as you can see, the closed caption, which means those are subtitles, will activate. They won't be exact since these are auto-generated, but the YouTube, I think is the algorithm. But it will be useful for those of you who are having trouble understanding what is being said in the video. Okay, I will give you some time to watch the video a couple times. Again, if you are watching this after the fact, you can simply pause my video and
They're
keep
also more active in
watching
wintertime. And by the way,
the
her
video.
name means
Um,
beautiful, fragrant.
and this
So,
is our
what a
icebreaker
gorgeous
Oh,
activity.
look.
yeah, look at her doing all kinds of somersaults back up
She,
the hill, right?
oh,
Like a
so
little kid
cute.
sledding.
Having
And
so
not
much
all bears
fun.
apparently hibernate during winter. These pandas really enjoy the cold weather.
You know,
And as you can hear, the news anchors are giving a few facts about the giant pandas, how they are from cold climates,
it's funny. I
how
never
they
think,
are
I know, it's so
so
cute.
very cute.
Ooh, it tickles. I never think about going to the zoo in the winter, but even here in
And I
California, it
use
is a
this kind of
great time to.
activities to allow us all, teachers and students, to become engaged in the class. I know that some of you are tired, some of you are having many online classes one after another, and this is a fun way to start the class. Now, with this done, I am going to ask you something. Again, for those who are watching after the fact, just pause my video and keep watching this video. And if you are having the class right now, just keep watching the video and listen to me speak for a little bit. Having read this article and having watched this small news broadcast from the CBS Los Angeles, I want you to think a little bit and predict, guess what this class will be about. What do you think we are going to do in this class? What do you think we're going to engage with? What do you think the topic would be? Keep in mind that the topic of the class is extra. What do you think this was about? Okay. For predictions, some of you are saying that the class will be about uh, cute pandas or panda facts or animals or snow. And one of you was right. One of you says that we are going to maybe engage in listening to the news, and that person is correct. we are going to be engaging in reading, listening, because we want to develop the listening skill. We're going to engage in listen to a few videos, to this video. As you heard this one, you heard the news anchor talking.
Cold weather is sweeping the East Coast, and
At
it's making
first, he's alone, and then he is talking with
Going to the
his
zoo in the winter, great
co-host,
time to go.
which
I
is
The
love to
animals
see
are out and
watching
they're
her
active.
her
other
little
people.
back
She
wobble
does
as she
Right?
goes
waddle a little
back
bit,
up
doesn't she?
back up the hillside.
Let's do
Okay. So we are listening to three people, and they are all in a news broadcast. This is what this class will be about. We will be engaging in. It will be one video. It's gonna be very short. Um, in this video, we'll be trying to develop our listening skill. Okay. Having understood the topic of the class and having predicted what the class will be about, I will now tell you the objectives of the class. It is important for students to know the objectives of the class, since this allows you to have something to strive for, something to reach towards, to have a goal during class. Keep in mind the objective of the class, so you can develop, so we can, you and I, teacher and student, develop the class properly. Okay, so the objective of the class is for you students to access greater flexibility of mind, creativity, enhance linguistic intelligence and critical thinking skills through an appreciation of linguistic differences, enjoying an enriched perspective of their own language and of language use for communication and learning. Okay, that's a lot of pretty words, but what does it mean? Okay, a greater flexibility of mind and creativity. I want you to, like when we guess what the class will be about, I want you to apply that creativity for the rest of the class. Enhance linguistic intelligence. We will be developing that through our listening skill. We are going to learn new words and be able to communicate more easily. And critical thinking skills, I believe every teacher should strive to not to create robots, but to allow students to develop their critical thinking, which we had a small sample in while we were predicting the class. And I know many teachers, especially English teachers, say stay away from your first language when you are giving a class in a second language. But today we're going to break that rule just a little bit, just a little bit. I want you to compare the news, how the reporters speaking news broadcasts in English, and compare it to how you have heard that in Spanish. I know at your age, I didn't like listening to the news either, but I think most of you will have a small experiences and will be able to compare. Um, Reporters or news anchors speaking in English and reporting news, and the same for reporters speaking in Spanish. With that done, we have the subject, the objectives, and we have what the class will be about. Now, let's go to the like the expression says, the meat and potatoes of the class. Let's go to the main part of the class, the main teaching input. Right now, we are going to engage in a video. um, Allow me to share my screen. Let's make sure the sound is on, and we are going to uh, watch this. We're going to listen to this news article. Is almost 3 minutes long. It's not too extensive. It's not very long, but it's let's engage with it and see what do you guys think about it. We will discuss. We will be watching this 3 times for the again for the students or people that are watching this after the fact. You just have to pause my video and watch this video. I will have the links for everything that I've shown here in the description below, so don't worry about it. Let's listen to the news.
9 in the morning, and Cassie is still in bed. Most schools have already started for the day, but Cassie's school now starts later, much later. It runs from 1:30 in the afternoon till 7 in the evening. Waking up later and getting more.
Okay. um, for the students that are watching this, keep listening. This is allow me to explain. I am muting myself and my video because YouTube can have a few copyright issues, but we can still see the video. What are the students? What are you guys? What you students supposed to do? You are supposed to watch this video and tell me what do you think about it. I will be using a bit of formative assessment. What is formative assessment? I will ask you questions, but there will be no grading. I will not say you have 1 point, you have 10 points. I will not be saying that. We will just be having a conversation. Okay. Um, Pause the video for those who are watching after the fact, and in my video, I will allow this to keep going. If an since we can predict a few troubles for a few of the students, and since they might have trouble understanding these people, since this is from the, as you can see, this is from the BBC. These people have a bit of an accent, a British accent, and students, from my experience, students in public education are more familiar with an American accent. So some of you might have some trouble understanding this. For those of you who have trouble, I would prefer it if you would listen to this a few times and try to understand what this article is about through context and the images and the body language of the people in the video. But if you really are having trouble, you really are not understanding anything of what's going on, you can activate the closed captions, which are the subtitles, and this will allow you to have something to fall back on, something that will help you understand a bit more about what is going on in the video, what they are saying about what they are saying in the video. Okay, this is our first watch of the video, and this is done. Again, for those who are watching after the fact, you just have to pause my video and keep watching this. Let's watch this one more time so I can
Morning,
break down
and
what
Cassie is
is
still in
going on.
bed. Most schools have already started for the day, but Cassie's school now starts later, much later. It runs from 1:30 in the afternoon till 7 in the evening.
Okay, this article as let's imagine I gave the students time for them to watch this video 3 times. Two without subtitles or closed captions, and one with closed captions. Okay, what is this? Why did I choose this article? I chose these articles because it's very relevant to the student's life, and I think it's very relevant to everyone right now. We as a generation, I believe we are very tired all the time. We are very stressed, but most importantly, very tired. If we don't have time to sleep well. Most people don't even know how many hours they need to sleep. So and here, students, I want you to see. You see this. I promise you that we will discuss a bit about the article after we watch it. So now I'm going to ask you. Um, have you ever been tired when you are getting up to go to school? Yes. No. Maybe. Yeah. I believe most of us have felt tired. And did you know that people your age need to sleep 10 hours? Students in first of baccalaureate and primero bachillerato, and students your age, that you need to sleep 10 hours because you guys are still growing, and growing is expensive in a metabolic sense. This is stressful for your bodies. They are needing nutrients and rest to be able to fully develop. And in here in Ecuador, we start classes at 7 a.m. What do you guys think about that? Right? It's very tiring being up so early in the morning, and not only being up, but me asking you to engage in complex math, physics, or chemistry. Yeah, I know it's very tiring, not only physically but mentally as well, right? So In this relevant article for you, we have learned that you need 10 hours of sleep. And in this school, in this place, they are starting classes at 1 p.m. in like having classes in the afternoon. This is very beneficial, especially for teenagers, because you need to sleep more, and starting much later will allow you to have breakfast with your family, sleeping a little more, which will lower your stress and allow you to fully develop a bit more. Let's keep watching the video.
Waking up later and getting more sleep has had a dramatic impact on life at home.
I used to get really annoyed with my mum trying to wake me up. I'm sorry. But now she doesn't really.
Okay, we have within this news article we have an interview. This I have chosen this news article not only because it is very relevant to not only teenagers, teachers, but everyone in our society, but also because it has a news broad. It's a news article. It has interviews. It has a bit of what's the word? A bit of scientific knowledge. There is a presentation later on with the teenagers, as you saw. You saw them in lab coats explaining what the how sleep affects you physically, or more likely lack of sleep. Okay. So tell me, have any of you felt irritated when your mom or dad or older, younger sibling is trying to wake you up for class very early in the morning? I know it is. It's very tiring. You're getting up so early in the morning. We are very grouchy, and at the time of the day, we're very tired. We can be very angry, and that is not a good way to start our day. This school is starting much later, and for those students who are not understanding what is going on, use the subtitles, the closed captions, and try to understand stuff through context. We see all this video is shot
Actually, I can
in
just
the
do it
morning.
on my
They are
own.
showing you
I
morning
can
shots.
see her,
They are
looking
sharing
tired.
breakfast, so we know
So
this is
yeah,
about
maybe she wanted me
uh,
to look into
morning
more.
routines. We're seeing schools, so we're talking about schools.
She said.
So yeah, you see this
They've
kid is
changed the
ready
start
for
time
school,
at
and we
Cassie's
have a
school not
morning
because
shot
they think
of
their
her school.
siblings are lazy,
This is
but decisions
understanding
based
through
on more than
context.
20 years of
You
research
maybe
into the
you
teenage
don't
body
understand
clock.
all of the
I
words.
don't really understand
Some
anything
words will be,
because they are
especially with
overriding nature
people who are being
by
interviewed.
getting up quite
It's gonna be
early in
difficult.
the
They
morning in
speak
order to be
very
on time
quickly,
for school.
but
Overriding nature?
try
What is the
to
science here? We
try to
asked the
use whatever you can.
students to
Try to
explain
use
it.
Our body
the
clock is
gestures,
located in
body
the brain,
language,
in the hypothalamus, and
context, what is
specifically
being
in the
shown in the video.
suprachiasmatic nuclei.
Okay, in the
These
next
cells
part
are
in the video,
responsible
they
for
are
our 24
explaining
hour timing systems in the human
how the
body.
circadian
In
rhythm
adolescence, as the
works.
brain
The
continues
circadian
to
rhythm is
grow and
what tells
develop,
you to
the
go
body
to
clock
sleep and what
shifts
tells you
2 to
to
3
wake
hours
up.
later.
And here is telling
The
you
7 o'clock
that
start time
yes,
for a teenager
teenagers need
is
to
equivalent
sleep
to a
more
4-hour wake-up time for an adult.
than an adult.
I
Is
definitely think
is
I'm
is
messing up
different. Getting up
as
at
a
6 in the
teenager
morning is
and
like getting up
my
at 4:30 in the
mornings
morning for
are
an adult.
been a lot more
This
cooperative
is
and a lot nicer,
uh,
and I'll
this may be
definitely
why
do more and make my
classes in the first hour
experiences
have
present rather
lower
lengthy.
grades. Uh, Tell me, what do you think? And do you have trouble focusing or concentrating more in the first hours of the day, or it is easier to when you for it is easier to focus in classes during 10, 11, or 12 a.m. What's the difference? Which one is easier? Which one you prefer? What do you think about starting later on in the day, having school at 1 p.m. instead of 7 a.m., like you used to when you were in middle school? Okay. Now that we have discussed
With my old school
everything to do
it
with the
worked
video,
out kind of
allow
well.
me to pause this and stop sharing my screen. Now, we watched the video, we engaged in dialogue, and we had a follow up discussion about what did you think? What do you think about getting up early? What do you think about getting up later? Were you angry? Were you not when you were getting up? We had our discussion. Now, I want you to tell me what did you think of the video. And this is not about what you understood of it. Just tell me, did you like it? Did you not like it? And after you tell me if you like it or not, then you're going to tell me if you enjoy the video or not. And then tell me if you agree with what is said in the video or not. And maybe propose a few excuse me a few alternatives, like yeah, like some of you are saying that we should start classes not at 1 p.m because it's too late, but at 10 a.m. And that would be a good compromise, not too early, not too late, and yes, it will allow you to sleep a little more. And not some of you are saying that you don't want classes at 1 p.m because it eats up all your afternoon. Well, we all have different opinions, but all of you, yeah, we all agree we want to sleep a little bit more. And just a little tip, your cell phones, they have this thing is called blue light that tricks your brain into thinking it is daylight. So don't use your phone 30 minutes before going to sleep. Yeah, yeah, because it will make it more difficult going to bed. And now we are going to go into a checklist. This is one of the things that we are one of the tools we're supposed to use during this lesson. And I'm sharing my screen once more. And here we have the predictions you did. You have predictions pre-reading, and yes, some of you predicted that this this lesson will be about cute animals and cute pandas. And it's not that you were wrong. I'm not calling you out on that. We're just saying uh, how you guess i- inaccurately. Let's say that. And now that you have read the article, tell me how we're going to take time, especially for those that didn't participate. You are going to tell me how your predictions were right and how your predictions were wrong. Some of you correctly, accurately predicted that we are going to, yes, that we were going to have, we were going to engage with news articles, news broadcasts, news anchors, and a good job to you. Thank you uh, for correctly guessing. And for those of you who didn't, you are still learning. We are by predicting what is going on, we are partaking in what is called active learning and active listening, in which we activate our brains with the prediction, and then when we trying to corroborate if our prediction were right or wrong, we are still engaging in active learning. You engage in active listening by watching the video and trying to understand what the video is about through context, through the images, through all that. Now, let me give you a bit of evaluation. It's going to be formative. We are not having grades yet, and this is my the evaluation criteria I used during the class. I wanted you to listen for meaning. Okay, I want you to identify the main idea. In a variety of the recordings, we had the news broadcast, and in within it we have a scientific presentation, and we had a few interviews. And in the other one, the brief one, the icebreaker one, you remember that one? Yeah, we had the reporters talking and discussing between each other. So between all that, I wanted you to listen for a minute. I wanted you to listen for the main idea and deduce the meaning of unfamiliar words and phrases through context. Yeah, we talk about all this video of context, the body language and gestures and all that to understand your meaning. And yes, in the discussions and in the questions I have given you, you have indicators of success. Indicators of success. You were able to identify the main idea of our recordings, and you were able to understand unfamiliar words through context. We are doing great. We are doing great, kids. Now, the techniques we use were prediction, and we use the checklist. Allow me to share my screen once more to refreshing your memory. Mm, this is the checklist that we use and the pre-reading, post-reading, and explaining how your predictions were right or wrong. It's very simple. Uh, yeah, we are almost done. Almost done. Okay, almost done. Okay, now for the final part. Eh, eh, we identified the main idea. We understood. We use. We based on understanding, and we support our listening comprehension through visual support, identifying main ideas, identifying and understanding the using the meaning of familiar words, and we have done everything that we need to do, and we have developed just a little bit or a listening skill. I want you to I want to thank you all for watching the video and congratulate you all kids. You did a great job. And for those who are watching after the fact, I'm sure you will do excellent. Don't forget to check the description below, and there I will have all the materials that I have used for this class. Thank you for being in my lesson, and that is all. Goodbye.